Hi, this is Sanadi Madhu. I've come up with another video. This time I'm going to give you a lecture on basic foods and services. And this topic is more or less related to economics of our society. It could be macroeconomics, it could be microeconomics. Um, so let's start with the discussion of basic foods and services by state government, by central government. Over the years, you might have seen that our government, state government, our central government, uh, both are taking taxes, and in return, they are giving some goods and services. So these goods and services is basically absolutely very primary in nature. Meaning is that for goods, it will be like rice, pulses, and masalas. So they are providing these basic or primary foods in the form of rationing. So nowadays, what is happening is that we are providing uh, rationing uh, primary goods, but at a subsidized rate. So recently, I was going through this West Bengal ration card scheme in website. So they are saying that they will be giving the subsidized primary foods to the needy or to everybody based on ration card. Or if their ration card is linked with Aadhaar card, then they will be providing it. So you can understand that through ration shop, since very earlier days, we are getting basic or primary food from ration shop. We used to go to the ration shop, wait in the queue for hours and hours, and then finally you'll get the ration at no cost, or if you consider today's time 2024, at some subsidized rate. So rationing was there, is there, will be there, because our government, according to the um, Food and Supply Act, some act is there through which they are saying that government is supposed to take care of their citizen. So in that sense, the government of state government or central government should take care of their citizen by providing basic foods through rationing. So you can understand that our government knows the basic food and services of each and every citizen of a state or India as country. So you can understand that through this we will be able to control the economics. The economics meaning the capital, money of a citizen, of a state, or of a country like India. So you can understand, if the basic food is directly connected to each and every citizen of a state, then there is no need of additional economy to buy that particular basic food. So based on these, we have to understand that there is free of goods and services being provided in the form of rationing since olden days. And if that is the case, then our calculation of inflation should not be on the basis of wholesale market. It should be on the basis of customer end market or direct customer. So for past 39 years or so, we are calculating our inflation on the basis of wholesale market, and because of that, there is not a direct correlation with the end customer and the supplier, and there is so much anomaly in between that whatever salary or whatever income we get during the process, it is not able to meet the expenses of a particular month. So you can understand, it is better to connect our inflation with the end customer's point of view, such that if the basic goods and services are not given free of cost, then through inflation in a particular month, we will be able to give income to that particular citizen, such that he will able to meet his expenses for that particular month. So this is a very basic thing, and we are not able to do this for past 30-40 years. Our government has made Aadhaar card which is completely biometric in nature, meaning they will take your 10 fingers, fingerprint and eye scan, and in spite of that we are not able to give the basic foods and services at our doorstep. Our government is insufficient, is incapable of providing these basic goods and services at our doorstep. Though the government has taken fingerprint and eye scanned, and that biometric actually knows your address, the permanent or present address, everything that biometric identification knows it. So in spite of that, our government is not taking any initiative through which basic goods and services will be provided at our doorstep, at our present address, the address which we have given in our Aadhaar card, the biometric identification. But in spite, and at the same time, government is asking personal tax as well as goods and service tax. The question arises, where is the where is the provision of giving some return in terms of goods and service taxes? You are not creating any provision through which a customer will get some return from your side, the government side. So you can understand the economics of a country like India, a state like West Bengal, and Kolkata is the capital of West Bengal. There are so much anomaly in terms of free goods and services and non-free goods and services, and because of which there are too much confusion amongst the citizen of a particular metropolitan city like Kolkata. So things which should be free of cost are being asked for payment. The basic goods and services, because our biometric identification is completely understood by the government, state government, and if that is the case, the state government should in return or while taking the income tax, the government or state government should give something in return in the form of basic goods and services. So basic goods and if you talk about basic goods and services, the rationing has helped us to get some basic goods, and in terms of services, then I think that cleaning of drain and your road or your lane attached to your house regularly being cleaned. So that kind of services we are getting it. But in terms of goods and services, the basic goods and services, we still have to go to the ration, and then you have to take those basic goods, and that should be completely given to at our doorstep, because Aadhaar card is actually a addressed linked biometric identification. So we don't have to go to the ration shop for the same. So you can understand over the years our basic needs and services are not being completely linked, and because of which there are so much chaotic or turmoil inside the society. You can understand you would really appreciate the economics of foreign countries like Germany, wherein they will take 40% of your tax, and in return they will give free medical insurance, such that a person who gets ill, he doesn't have to wait for the government hospital in absence of capital. He can avail private hospital as well, because medical insurance being provided. Similarly, in terms of unemployed person, they are giving 600 or 650. This value is based on 2007. So 650 euros a month. So you can understand in those days those are very equivalent to 40,000 in a month in India. So you can understand they are basically taking care of basic needs and services of a particular citizen, and the same structure, the same economic structure can be reflected in our country, in country like India, but still we are not able to reflect it, and still we are playing in terms of money, capital, and all these features, which is absolutely nonsense in nature. Every year we are giving tax to the government in terms of land tax, vehicle tax, then personal income tax, and goods and service tax. Each and every day for buying particular goods and service we are paying it, but in spite of that we are not getting a return from the government of India. So do you really know that every day if we are giving goods and service tax, the government is supposed to give some tax benefit out of it? Instead the government is utilizing that tax capital in creating roads, in creating gardens. So you can imagine the kind of absolutely unethical steps being carried out in our system. That amount should be utilized for the welfare of a citizen of a state or a country. So you can understand that the economics of a citizen can be improved very easily by the government of a state. The basic needs and services should be taken care of, and if that is taken care of, then inflation, which we are talking about, inflation could only be on the basis of non-rationing or non-basic goods and services, and that should be the target of every state. A state, if has to become a developed state, a developed country. India is a developing country, so if it has to become a developed country or state, then this kind of strategy should be followed. And if this kind of strategy is being followed, then obviously our country, India, will almost in par with United States of America. So everybody wants to go to United States of America, but they really don't know why their economic structure is considered to be superior than Indian economic structure. The underlying fact is that their basic goods and services are taken care by the government of that particular country. Especially in Europe, if we talk about Germany, in Germany it is like that. Your basic goods and services will be taken care of, and it is since 2007. And similarly in United States, most of the developed countries, if you talk about, their citizens' basic goods and services are always taken care of, and that citizen is more worried about non-basic goods and services, and that way, while doing smart work or hard work, they tend to achieve those non-basic goods and services. So every country, in terms of if we terms of economics want to analyze, then every country, India is a developing country, should consider about giving basic goods and services free of cost to the citizen of that country. So, and if that is the case, then we don't have to worry about inflation. Inflation meaning the cost structure of a particular goods and services in that particular society. If today, this month is July, so what will be the cost structure? What will be the expenses in the August, and based on which we have to decide about the income, such that we can able to meet our expenses. So this kind of mindset will be completely eradicated if our basic goods and services are being made properly. Or what we think after meeting these basic goods and services is the additional or the incremental thought process. So through this thought process, our ideology, our actions will improve. So you can understand the strategy of providing free of cost basic goods and services should be always considered in order to achieve this kind of this kind of economic structure. So India is developing. Our current government is BJP government. Yes, during the election I have heard that Congress would be providing could be providing monthly income of 8,000 rupees to every girl, such that they become more responsible and independent. So, but the BJP government, after BJP government coming to power, I have not listened to or any kind of schemes to the female. So you can understand, everybody, either the male or female, should be given at least free of cost basic goods and services. In my school days, females were given free education. So you can understand that, but male were not given. Kendriya Vidyalaya, if you talk about their structure, is still the same. They are given free of education. But in terms of current scenario, this kind of activities or services are not being escalated in that level, such that we can able to connect the same with the developed country. Meaning, since girls are given free of education, the girls should be, or the females should be given free of cost basic goods and services. So I really don't know what was the situation, or what is the situation right now, when girls are given free of education in 90s. Why that same services are escalated to free of cost goods and services? At least from the female side, it should be completed. But still, in terms of economic structure, both are suffering the same. Both we have to still struggle for basic goods and services every month. So we have to go for job and all those features we have to look after. If our basic goods and services are met, you can understand that a person will like to definitely select his own choice, select his own option. He or she will not be followed. He or she will not be pushed to follow a particular profession. So you can understand, if our basic goods and services are made, and it should be made, because government is taking every month tax, personal tax as well as goods and service tax, I really don't know, and all those taxes, but still they are not providing a basic free of cost basic goods and services. So you can understand, in economy, a developed economy, a developing economy, or underdeveloped economy, all these economies are completely linked with one concept, is meeting the basic goods and services of a particular citizen. If that thing is done, then the next step is the add-on features through which a male or female would like to strive for. So that's all. I believe that in our current time, 2024, our government, after taking all the biometric information as well, still not able to provide the basic goods and services. So it's a shame from our side, and it's an earnest request to all the higher officials to look after these things, because once the biometric identification of a citizen is known, his basic needs and services should be known as well. So that's all. I feel that this kind of talk will motivate each and every citizen of our country, and our citizen will be more aware of these kind of situations happening in our country, India, and would like to give a proper or concerned choice to our selected candidates, and through our proper decision or selected choice only, we will able to make our country grow in the direction of a developed country like Germany, United States, and so on and so forth. So that's all. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel, Ronnie's Identity in YouTube channel, and stay tuned for more updates in the form of karaokes, political views, technology smartly, and so on and so forth. So that's all, and have a nice night. Bye.